Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Chris, and this is the Locator Lounge. We are in the back seat of the Aristo, and it's time to get the subwoofer that I restored back into the car. So let's go ahead and walk through the process on getting access to all of this and go from there. So the subwoofer is installed in the rear deck, there in the center. In order to get access to this, we're going to need to pull this deck lid out. And in order to do that, we're going to have to pull this back seat out. And to get that, we got to go through here. So in order to get this seat back out, we've got a few bolts down here and up here. To get access to those, you're going to pull the seat out. And this has just got a couple of clips. You're just going to reach and pull. You got to give it a lot of force, but they're just clips. And then this seat bottom slides right out. All right, now that we've got the seat out, a couple of bolts, we've got 12 millimeter down here in the bottom. And then behind the headrest here, we're gonna have another 12 millimeter behind this flap. For these top ones, I found that the stud is kind of long, so you want to use deep well. There's actually going to be two more 12 millimeter bolts down here. That's actually the seat belt down here in the center. So 4 total, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you guys can see, the entire seat back will come loose now. So you're basically just going to lean the entire seat forward. And that gives us access to this rear deck. Now all of these trim pieces are just snap-in parts. So I'm just going to pull. And they all pop out. So just set those out of the way. We want to get this one out as well. And the trim is going to come with this. And then we can get access. We can get access to the sail. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. Now some guys may say this is a little overkill that you can get these sails out without, but I am trying to make sure that I don't mess up any of these parts. And there we go. Now that we've got the sails out, we can go after these clips. You got one, looks like there's just 3. I'm gonna lean the seat back just so it's a little easier to get access to the third tail. Mine is unplugged because I added a new third tail light. We'll get this back forward. And we should be able to just lift this out now and slide forward. All right, let's see if we can get this thing out of here now. You might have to lift just a little bit in the back, but since we've got everything removed, this should slide out of the way really nicely. Nice and easy. And see if we can't lean it out of the way. And there is our speaker. Man, this thing is blown. Goodness. All right, so this is incredibly hard to see because we've got like an insulating mat here. But underneath this mat, right here, you've got the speaker connector. And then we're gonna have 4 bolts. You got one on this corner, so you're gonna have 2, 3, and 4. But as you guys can see, this speaker is I mean, the entire cone is just gone with the exception of that. So let's dig in and get the speaker out. I'm gonna do what I can to show you guys this stuff. Obviously, this speaker connector I'm doing blind, so not a whole lot I can do for you there. We got that out, and it's clipped into the body. So let me see if I can pop into the trunk and get that unclipped real quick. I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got the connector out that was in the chassis. Now it's time to get these 4 bolts out. I'm using a swivel style, low profile head. All right, it's 1, 2, and now we're kind of working blind. 3, we've only got 1 left. Now that all 4 of those bolts are out, let's see if we can get this speaker out of the car and somehow through this sleeve without tearing it. Guys, the difference in these speakers is insane. I mean, again, just talking condition. So remember, I imported this one from Japan. The cone was still good, but the surround had all, you know, dry rotted and blown out. This one, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. This is crazy. Now let's see if we can squeeze this guy back in there. Orientation, we had the wire on that side. And again, guys, you want to be careful with your back glass. I hit this a minute ago pulling the speaker out, and I've got window tint, so hopefully I didn't wreck anything. But you just want to lift this back up and massage it around. You can see I rolled that too hard, but hopefully that'll just go back in place. Let's try to get this to drop where it's supposed to be. I don't think we're orienting correctly. Got a little more access, a little more room to work on the side because of the this hole for the third seat belt. We're just trying to rotate this around to get the holes lined up. I can feel it dropping in there. I think we're just about lined up. It doesn't really drop in because of the foam. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get these guys bolted in. We are not going to tighten these all down. When we first put them in, we're going to go ahead and try and get all four in first. And a lot of this, guys, is just feeling blind. And then this camera angle is not the best at all. But hopefully I'm at least 3. I got one more in this back corner. Now that we've got all those bolts tightened down, let's not forget to reattach this guy. And once we got that plugged in, we're going to drop it into that connector, or that body mount, if I can find it. There it is. Nice and secure. And then we'll just make sure that our foam is back in place where it's supposed to be. And then we can slide this deck up. When I got it over the subwoofer, and then make sure you got these clips down so that it sits low as it's supposed to, and that will just slide back. And that's it, guys. That's your rear deck. Install is reverse of removal. We want to get these sails back in place. That all popped in. And then we can put these guys back. Put this upper guy in first. And put the weather strip back. And then the final trim piece. And this piece you want to start up top because it's got a hook right here. So you're going to start with the top. Slide that in and clip into place. There you go. Now we can get the back seat back in. Now that we've got the rear deck and the sails and all of this trim back in place, we're just going to lean the seat back. And you're going to line it up on those studs. We're just going to put all of those 12mm bolts back in. We're going to start with the ones on the bottom and then work our way up top. Just a couple ugga-duggas is all you need here. Headrest back down. Want to double check that you don't have anything here in the way. We can go ahead and put the rear seat back in. You want to make sure you've got all your seatbelt buckles out. And you're just going to slide this to align it. And then these clips right here. Make sure those are in. And you just push. It's as simple as that, guys. Don't forget to put your third brake light back in. You'll need to connect it, but mine does not get connected. And that's it, guys. Pretty simple overall. It takes a little bit of time, but just keep track of your bolts. Don't lose anything and follow those steps, and you can get your rear seat out without any trouble. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to tune into the channel for whatever projects I'm working on. If you haven't, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.